Brian's catheter. More lies. So I just watched the scene where Brian says he has to get hard to put on his condom catheter. I've been a nurse for 7 years. I've put on hundreds of condom caths. You do not need to be hard to put it on. He's an absolute creep. I think he was just jacking it and trying to get Ingrid to come over to touch his wiener. It's interesting because you see, prior to him going in there, into the shower and doing his madness, when Ingrid was in there before him and she was getting herself ready for bed, what did he do? He presented us with the pack of the blue pills. Which of course, straight off the bat tells us what we need to know, that this man has every intention of not only being in Brazil to potentially propose to her, but to make sure he also claps those cheeks. Because clearly, that is his only ever intention. I've now got a feeling. In my most recent video, I said that this man is looking for a freaking nurse. He's looking for a caregiver, not someone that he can love or love him, just somebody to look after him. And I still stand by those words. But in addition to those words, this man is also looking for someone that's going to be more than happy to literally give him all the sexual pleasures whenever he wants it, which makes me think and add more to what I said before. This is another reason why he's had multiple marriages, as well as multiple engagements, as well as multiple divorces, as well as multiple breakups. But also at the same time, from what I understand, this man is still currently married to somebody else that is not Ingrid. Talk about blindsiding the woman. Disgusting. But let's get back to the point though. He had the blue pills in his hand. So that means clearly he bought those blue pills for a reason, because of course he says in the hopes he gets lucky, but in reality we know he bought them because he wants to do what he can to make it happen, which some people on Reddit are sitting and saying that this man is pretty much giving them the creeps so much it's as if this man's behavior is near enough borderline sexual harassment. That is what people are saying on the Reddit. Do I blame him for seeing it in this point of view? Absolutely not. Because this is a man that has met this woman, okay? It's their first night together. First night. He's already whipping out the blue pills, which, listen, it may not necessarily be a bad thing if the mood was there, if the vibe was there. But the mood was never there, the vibe was never there. It was never something that was really going to happen, right? But you could see that Ingrid was still trying to process everything that was going on that day. Okay, for meeting him for the first time. And she wasn't about to open her legs that easily. She wasn't about to get those cheeks clapped that easily, if you know what I'm saying. She was obviously going to, be respectful to herself. But this man does not care about her being respected to herself. He only cares about him getting what he wants. And what he wants is someone to care for him, because straight off the bat, we saw her have to help him with the car. We saw her have to help him with other things as well. And also on top of that, we also saw him even ask her to come in the shower, or I think it was before he went in the shower, even asked her to come and help him. I'm pretty sure, but I know for sure, after the shower, he even passed over the little condom thing that he uses, the catheter, right? And said, hey, have a read of it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And she even said to him, yo, that's a bit too much information for the first time. I don't need to know these things right away. And he's thinking, oh, she's being rude. She's being disrespectful for not wanting to learn about these things straight off the bat. Bro, you're disgusting. Bro, you're a creep. You are literally grotesque. You are rushing something that doesn't need to be rushed. The woman has just met you. I don't care how long you've been talking. She's just met you. Let her get warm to you. Some women in this world need, or if not all women in this world, need to get warm to you to know whether or not they can trust themselves physically around you. Do you see what I'm saying? And you're dealing with somebody that clearly has respect for herself. So because she has respect for herself, you've got to play your cards correctly. And do you know what correctly is? It means respectfully. Respecting whatever she needs. Not trying to enforce whatever you want, whatever you desire. This relationship is not about you. There's two people. So two people have to gain respect for one another. On that physical side of actually being in each other's presence, making sure that everything that you spoke about feels the same in person as well. But nonetheless though, the fact that he had those blue pills means we know, and he also said that he had taken half of it, which I found quite interesting. Why half of it? Why not the whole thing? But either way though, he said he took half of it and then obviously went in there, man started clapping it. And let's be real, I generally think he made it louder than when it needed it to be, so she could hear him, because he wanted her to get the reaction. Because let's be real, any guy out here, F that, women, men, we all know that whether a woman is doing the ting ting to you or you're doing it yourself, when in the hell does it ever make that kind of sound? When the hell does it make ever have that sound? I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. The only time I can ever hear a sound when it comes to the business going down is only when I can hear her. You know what I'm saying? But I don't ever hear no hands going. Man was forcing the sound. This man is disgusting. He should be ashamed of himself. I'm surprised that his daughter even still speaks to him. If only she knew the grotesque man her father is portraying himself to be. And he can't say that this is production because we saw him go in there and do it himself. Okay, he can't say, oh, you know, they enhanced the sound. Oh, you know, no. You know the cameras were there watching you and recording you the whole goddamn time. You can't deny that. There's no denying it. Wow, TLC keep doing this. They keep bringing people that are just, I have no words that are appropriate for YouTube. That's why I have to go, and let you guys finish off those words. Point blank, period. Now let's calm it down real quick. Let's summarize the video. We've let all the passion out, all the frustrations out. At least I have anyway. So with that being said, I can't say that I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season for these two, personally. But I am looking forward to making sure that I dissect it as much as I can. Because I said on episode 1 of Seeing Brian, I said it straight away, there's something not right about this guy. I called it straight away. And since then, he's done nothing to prove it. Maybe Brian will come out and say, hey guys, actually, I know what Reddit says, but I can tell you for sure that I have to do it this way because of and he comes away and he comes back with the evidence, then fair enough. But to be fair, even if he does, it still doesn't really justify why he had to be so loud in the bathroom when he was doing his madness. It still doesn't justify why he had to throw the information thing into her face, force her to read it. Okay? There's still other things that still won't be justified regardless, even if this information was potentially not relatable to him. Changes nothing. I feel sorry for this woman. And the fact that he's still allegedly married, but yet on the show, his daughter says, please don't propose. So, and he said, oh, I may do it. So this man was willing to potentially propose to a woman, even though he's still, come on. You know what though? I'll say it. Because as you know, on this channel, I don't give a damn. I will say what needs to be said. I'll report on what needs to be reported, regardless of what people are going to think. Because at the end of the day, otherwise I'm just not being authentic. You know what I'm saying? I want subscribers to be here because they know I'm real raw. And I'm not just going to be a people pleaser just for the sake of views and X, Y, Z. But point being is this. I will say this right now. This man, we already know he has a history of being a drug dealer. I'm not too sure if he was also a drug user because I kind of feel like I heard that a little bit, but I don't know if I misheard that. But either way, though, we know he's been in that life, right? We also know this man's been in multiple relationships, okay? So we know that this man is somebody that can definitely make reckless choices. We've also seen the way he's behaving so far. So for me personally, I wouldn't be surprised. If at some point, we get some sort of information that says that this man has done things that he should never have done to women in the past, or maybe even in the future, because sometimes that happens as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe that's why he goes to Brazil, so therefore it's not on record in America. Who knows? I'm just putting out there that it could be a possibility. I'm not saying he's done anything, just saying people like him, yeah, we just got to be super careful. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, let me know your thoughts and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.